One thing I was going to do is show you some plants that actually do pretty well during the hot temperature. Now, they're still going to need some water, but this here sweet potatoes, they do just fine. I've had to irrigate just a little bit on them, but you know, they're looking good. They're still growing. So, you know, if you want to try to grow something, you know, in 100-degree weather, that's one of the things that do well with sweet potatoes. This here is one of the habanada peppers. It's a heatless habanado pepper that doesn't have the heat. They do seem to do better. They'll sit there for a long time and not really do anything. He's growing pretty good size now and just now starting to put on the fruit. Now, just because they like the heat does not mean that they're drought tolerant. They do need some water. I've had to water this one pretty good and keep water on it, or it won't do very good. I guess the other thing I will mention too is the blackberries. Haven't got a whole lot of irrigation on them, but they're still growing. They're still doing good. They are going to need some supplemental watering, but they're doing okay. Now, this is one that they look really bad, but they've gotten, I think since I planted them, they might have got an inch of rain one time. And this is going to be your purple hull or your cowpeas. They'll do good. If we had any rain or moisture, if I was going to irrigate, I'd go ahead and plant me some now, between now and September 1st. They'll do well. The heat doesn't bother them. You will get some pollination issue once you get around 100, get over 100 degrees. But they can handle the heat. This is a pesto basil. It's done really well. Hasn't seeded out. We haven't harvested any because the wasp has been down, but it's doing really well. The pomegranate that I planted, I know it's a fruit tree, so it's a little bit different, but it is a little thing when we planted it, and it's really been growing. It's got nice green foliage on it. Here's some other herbs, and herbs seem to do a lot better. Here's some more basil. Pepper plants, again, this one's done pretty well. The ginger plants have done well. They've grown, not getting burnt back much. I have had to water them, about every other day, every 3 days, watering them. This one here is in a really small pot. It dries out quick, but it's still surviving. So I know it's probably rooted down to the soil, but there's not a whole lot in the soil either. So lemongrass likes the heat. I've got one. It's just in one of those mud buckets that you get at the lumber yard. It's only probably 3 or 4 inches deep. It's not the best container for lemongrass, but it was available at the time that I bought it. I bought a little bitty plant, probably 6 inches tall, and planted it, and it's grown really well. And it's done well. The Okinawa spinach, I did talk to my wife. She tried some more the other day, put it on her, I think we had fajitas, and she tried it and said it wasn't bitter, still doing good. So it serves good as a lettuce substitute. It's not necessarily that great for just salad. It's a little too strong for that, but it does have to be use cuttings for it to cut, but it cuts readily. You stick them in the ground, they start growing kind of like a tomato plant. The oregano, my son kept forgetting the water. It did die back, but it's coming back. It's not his fault. It just did not get a lot of water. Again, your herbs are a good thing that you can grow in the summer for a lot of things. I guess one other thing that I missed a while ago is the Malabar spinach, and it loves the heat, and we just don't love it. We don't like the texture of it, but it grows. It comes back from seed every year, kind of like your basil will. But anyway, that's some of the other stuff that does well even during the heat, as long as you get some water. But they do well even in the hot temperatures. Thank you.